Doki Doki. Not suitable for children or people who are easily disturbed. It is a psychological horror game. Do not watch this if you get easily spooked. No, we're not joking. Seriously. Big frickin' content warning. Consider yourself warned. Welcome back, attractive and well-educated watchers, to Doki Doki Literature Club. Last time, the adorable dating sim psychological horror game that we still don't really know what happens yet, so we're gonna get on back to it. If you like what you see, you like this game, you're excited to see us figure out the horror that lies within, please remember to like, subscribe, do all those other lovely supportive things for the channel. Make sure to go on down to the description. Pledge even just $1 a month to Patreon, which not only helps this channel, but all of the other places we do stuff, just like our World Anvil, where we make fiction. And consider going on down to the Teespring and getting some merch. Also, we have like a LinkedIn now. Does anybody still use that? You can skip button, fast forward text you've already read. Alright. So last time, we showed it to possibly Best Girl, who we can't remember the name of. Yuri? Yura? Whatever. Next, we suppose it's gonna be Sayori. Oh, nice. Okay. Neighbor girl. Genki girl. Oh my goodness. This is so good, PhilosoShy. Huh? I love it. I had no idea you were such a good writer. Sayori, you must be seriously overreacting. I'm not a good writer at all. I honestly have no idea what I'm doing. that feels really weird coming from our mouth. Not just because, you know, it's using a standard pronoun, which we do not use, but we are actually a professional writer, and we have some idea after like 10 years or whatever of what we're kind of doing, you know? Maybe that's why, because I have no idea what I like either. Ah ha 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 ha. Okay. Okay, Yuri. Yes, we were right, Yuri. And Sayori. And, okay. Opinion's way more constructive than this. Maybe even Natsuki's. Are you sure you don't like it just because I wrote it? Well, I'm sure that's part of it. I think I'll understand you better than a lot of people you know. So when I read your poem, it's not just a poem. It's a PhilosoShy poem. Oh, jeez, we're sorry you had to read a PhilosoShy poem. That must not be a very good poem. We're not a poet. And that makes it feel extra special. Like, I can feel your feelings in it. Well, our feelings was that we wanted to please everybody, so, I mean, we don't know. Hugs the sheet against your chest. You're so weird, Sayori. She isn't weird, she clearly is thirsty. Really happy just that you wrote one. It reminds me of how you're really a part of the club now, not to mention the fact that I'm standing in front of you in the club room. Well, of course, I'm not really into you yet, but that doesn't mean I'll break my promise. See? It's like I said before, PhilosoShy, deep down you're not selfish at all, you know? Aw, happy smile. Trying new things is like this. Yeah, that's something that only really good people do. Well, that's just not true. We clearly had a well-vested interest in this, what with all the cute girls and all. Like, this being an anime game. I'm not sure if Sayori sees the full picture of my motives here. Then again, I can't deny she's part of the reason I joined. Knowing how much this means to her and all. Yeah. And I'm gonna make sure you have lots of fun here, okay? That will be my way of thanking you. Alright, I'm gonna hold you to that then. Yay! Now you'll read my poem too, right? Don't worry, I'm really bad at this. Well, that makes two of us. We'll see about that. Dear sunshine, the way you glow through my blinds in the morning, it makes me feel like you missed me. Kissing my forehead to help me out of bed, making me rub the sleepy from my eyes. Are you asking me to come out and play? Are you trusting me to wish away a rainy day? I look above, the sky is blue, it's a secret, but I trust you too. If it wasn't for you, I could sleep forever, but I'm not mad. I want breakfast. Oh well, okay, that's pretty reasonable. Did you wait until morning to write this? No, just a little. I forgot to do it last night. Well, it's not a bad poem for something you did in the morning inspired by the sunlight. At least makes me feel better about myself. Don't be mean, I tried my best. It's not a bad poem. It sounds reasonable. We like the end line. I want breakfast. I made eggs and toast. Even though you were late to school, it's bad to skip breakfast. We skip breakfast like all the time. I get all cranky. Well, I guess there's no point in arguing. Anyway, thanks for showing me. This is so much fun. Monica's the best. Ah, yeah. Next time I won't forget. I'm gonna write the best poem ever. I guess I'll look forward to it. Alright. No, also, no, we're not doing silly voices on this. That's not gonna be our thing for this one. We know a lot of people do, like, you know, different voices for everybody, but we're just trying to sound reasonable, because that's an insecurity we have. Alright, Natsuki, give us the... lots of dots. Well, it's about what I expected from someone like you. That's a little blunt. Oh, excuse me, it's not like I said it was bad. Just didn't evoke any emotions, so basically it's not cute enough for your taste. Do you want to get smacked? I'll pass. Well, anyway, I guess I need to show you mine. Not that you'll like it. Eagles can fly, monkeys can climb, crickets can leap, horses can race, owls can seek, cheetahs can run, eagles can fly, people can try, but that's about it. Okay. We kinda liked it. Humans can try, but that's about it. Why are you so convinced that I wouldn't like it? Well, because everyone in high school thinks that writing has to be all sophisticated and stuff, so people don't even take my writing seriously. But isn't the point of poems for people to express themselves? Your writing style wouldn't make your message any less valid. Exactly. I like it when it's easy to read, but it hits you hard, like in this poem. Seeing everyone around you do great things can be really disheartening, so I decided to write about it. Yeah, we understand. But the other nice thing about simple writing is that it puts more weight on the wordplay. Like, I set up for a rhyme at the end, but then made it fall flat on purpose. Helps bring out the feelings in the last line. So you did. I guess more went into it than I realized. That's what it means to be a pro, she says. I'm glad you learned something. Didn't expect that one from the youngest here, did ya? Guess not. I decided to humor her with that last comment. Don't really care how old everyone is, but if Natsuki is feeling proud, I won't take that away from her. Pardon. Gotta grab a quick drink here. Alright, Monica, best super student, honors student, athletic girl person. Hi, PhilosoShy. Having a good time so far? Yeah. Good. Glad to hear it. By the way, since you're new and everything, if you ever have any suggestions for the club, like new activities or things we can do better, I'm always listening. Don't be afraid to bring things up, okay? Alright, I'll keep that in mind. Of course I'll be afraid to bring things up. I'm much better off going with the flow until I'm more settled in. Anyway, want to share your poem with me? It's kind of embarrassing, but I guess I have to. Adorable anime girl Lean. We don't... yeah, whatever. We're all a little embarrassed today, you know, but it's that sort of barrier that we'll all learn to get past. That's true. Hand Monica my poem. I like this one. Bam! Club Press likes this one. That's what makes it good. Makes me think of something Sayori would like. Okay, okay. You and Sayori are really good friends, right? I wouldn't be surprised if you had those sorts of things in common. Maybe good friends, but Sayori and I are actually really different. That may be the case, but there are also some similarities you wouldn't expect. The way she talks about you, it sounds like the two of you really care about each other's well-being. Even if you show it in different ways, it ends up being more similar than you'd think. So I think that's the kind of vibe I get when I'm reading your poem. Alright, so that one was a Sayori heavy one, we guess. You sure you're not reading into it too much? I could be. I sound like Yuri. But in any case, Sayori's writing has a kind of gentle feel to it. I can tell that she likes exploring the emotions like happiness and sadness. Who knew that someone so happy could enjoy sad things too? Yeah, that's totally unexpected. And that's where the psychological horror is gonna end up coming in. Well, to each their own. And you shouldn't be afraid to experiment a little bit either. I'm sure I'll end up trying different things a lot. It could take a while before I feel comfortable doing this. That's okay. I'd love to see you try new things. That's the best way to find the kind of style that suits you. Everyone else might be a little biased toward their own kinds of styles, but I'll always help you find what suits you the most. Oh, that's nice. Okay. So she's like the control case. So don't force yourself to write the way everyone else wants you to write. It's not like you have to worry about impressing them or anything. Do we have to impress you? Wanna read my poem now? Don't worry, I'm not very good. Oh, we bet that's just wrong. Sound very confident for somebody who claims not to be very good. Well, that's because I have to sound confident. That doesn't mean I always feel that way. Well, let's read it. Oh. Hole in wall. It couldn't have been me. See the direction the spackle protrudes, a noisy neighbor, an angry boyfriend. I'll never know. I was at home. I peer inside for a clue. No, I can't see. I reel, blind, like a film left out in the sun. But it's too late. My retina's already scorched with a permanent copy of the meaningless image. It's just a little hole. It wasn't too bright. It wasn't too deep. Stretching forever into everything. A hole of infinite choices. I realize now I wasn't looking in. I was looking out. And he, on the other side, was looking in. Oh, well that's mildly romantic in a strange esoteric sense. It's very freeform, if that's what you call it. It's okay. That kind of style has gotten popular nowadays. That is, a lot of poems have been putting emphasis on the timing between words and lines. When performed out loud, it can be really powerful. What was the inspiration behind this one? Well, I'm not sure if I know how to put it. I guess you could say I had some kind of epiphany recently. It's been influencing my poems a bit. An epiphany? Yeah, something like that. I'm kind of nervous to talk about deep stuff like that because it's kind of coming on strongly. Maybe after everyone is better friends with each other. Anyway, here's Monica's writing tip of the day. Oh, okay, Monica's writing tip of the day. Beast. Sometimes when you're writing a poem or a story, your brain gets too fixated on a specific point. If you try so hard to make it perfect, then you'll never make any progress. Just force yourself to get something down on the paper and tidy it up later. That's actually what we think about in writing. You know, you don't think about what you're gonna write too much. Don't get locked up in your ideas. Just throw something down on the keyboard, you know, let your fingers do the writing for you for a little bit. Later on, you can come on back and be like, oh, this is good, this we need to get rid of that, or replace that, or wow, don't know what we were on with that one, but that one's really amazing, you know. Sometimes you just gotta let your fingers do the words. Another way to think about, if you keep your pen in the same spot for long, you'll just get a dark puddle of ink. So just move your hand and go with the flow. Exactly, just let your fingers do the writing for you, and everything will be fine. That's my advice for today. Thanks for listening. Yeah, if you're trying to be a professional writer, don't get lost in what you're writing. Just write. The first part of writing isn't thinking, it's writing. Phew. I guess that's everyone. I glance around the room. That was a little more stressful than I anticipated, as if everyone is judging me for my mediocre writing abilities. Even if they're just being nice, there's no way my poems can stand up to theirs. This is a literature club, after all. I sigh. We guess that's what we ended up getting ourselves into. Across the room, Sayori and Monica are happily chatting. My eyes land on Yuri and Natsuki. They gingerly exchange sheets of paper, sharing their respective poems. Oh, they both don't look super happy with it. As they read in tandem, I watch each of their expressions change. Natsuki's eyebrows furrow in frustration. Meanwhile, Yuri smiles sadly. What's with this language? Did you say something? Oh, it's nothing. No, oh, okay, we see what's going on here. Natsuki dismissively returns to the poem to the desk with one hand. I guess you could say it's fancy. Oh, thanks. Yours is cute. Cute? Did you completely miss the symbolism or something? It's clearly about the feeling of giving up. How could that be cute? I know that. I just meant the language, I guess. I was trying to say something nice. You mean you have to try that hard to come up with something nice to say? Thanks, but it really didn't come out nice at all. Oof. What a big oof here. Well, I do have a couple of suggestions. If I was looking for suggestions, I would have asked someone who actually liked it. That's not really the way that you get critiques. Just saying, if you don't set yourself up for an echo chamber. It's one thing if somebody is just tearing your work apart, but if an individual is trying to be nice and has suggestions about your writing, usually it's a good thing to try to at least listen to it, even if it's not really your style. Which people did, by the way. Sayori liked it, and PhilosoShy did too, so based on that, I'll gladly give you some suggestions of my own. First of all, excuse me, I appreciate the offer, but I've spent a long time establishing my writing style. I don't expect it to change anytime soon, unless of course I come across something particularly inspiring, which I haven't yet. And PhilosoShy liked my poem too, you know. Oh, thrown under the bus. He even told me he was impressed by it. Natsuki suddenly stands up. Oh, I didn't realize you were so invested in trying to impress our new member, Yuri. Oh, geez, here we go. The thirst. That's not what you're just... Yuri stands up as well. Maybe you're just jealous that PhilosoShy appreciates my voice more than he appreciated yours. Huh? And how do you know he didn't appreciate my advice more? Are you that full of yourself? Oh dear, yeah, we're gonna be required to... Because this is a typical anime dating looking game. I mean, it's not a typical anime dating game, but it seems like it. So this is... Yeah. Oh boy, it is a circus. No, if I was full of myself, I would deliberately go out of my way to make everything I do overly cutesy. Oh dear. Is everyone okay? You know what? I wasn't the one whose boobs magically grew a size bigger as soon as PhilosoShy started showing up. Oh dear! Oh no! Is she packing? Are we uncovering conspiracies here? Natsuki, that's a little... This doesn't involve you. Oh, both of them at the same time. I don't like fighting, guys. Oh, jeez, here it goes. Turn to us. PhilosoShy, just trying to make me look bad. That's not true. She's started it. If she could get over herself and learn to appreciate that simple writing is more effective, then this wouldn't have happened in the first place. What's the point in making your poems all convoluted for no reason? The meaning should jump out at the reader, not force them to have to figure it out. Help me explain that to her. Wait, there's a reason we have so many deep and expressive words in our language. The only way to convey complex feelings and meaning most effectively. Avoiding them is not only unnecessarily limiting yourself, but also a waste. You understand that, right? Oh, jeez. Oh, jeez. Well... How did I get dragged into this? Well, I mean, you wanted the girls, man. Like, what can we say, digital version of us that totally follows the binary? It's not like I know anything about writing, but whomever I agree with, they'll probably think more highly of me. Oh, jeez. Okay, yes, it is not, we cannot be impartial. We need to choose one of the three girls. And we're pretty sure because Natsuki has been super tsundere and we're not super into that, we're going to vote Yuri because Sayori is already, like, in our pocket, apparently. And we're a writer that uses complex language on a regular basis. Natsuki, you're right that I liked your poem. That's not an excuse for you to be mean, and to not take criticism properly. You shouldn't pick a fight just because someone's opinion is different. Yuri wouldn't... well, you know, she tried. I understand, Yuri. You're a seriously talented writer, it's no secret that I was impressed. But here's the thing, no matter how simple or refined someone's writing style is, they're still putting feelings into it, and it becomes really personal. That's why Natsuki felt threatened when you said her poem was cute. I see. I didn't notice that I'm sorry. Ooh. But Natsuki, you took it way too far. Okay, has this suddenly become Dad Simulator more than like, okay, whatever. Yes, we are now Dad Simulator. Apparently Monica is Mom? We don't know. Natsuki, you took it way too far. Yuri means well, and if you just told her how you felt, then this wouldn't have happened in the first place. Are you kidding? That's exactly what I did. It was her that... Natsuki, I think that's enough. You both said some things you didn't mean. Yuri apologized, don't you think you should too? She clenches her fist. In the end, no one has taken her side. She's trapped, being defiant only because she can't handle the pressure. I end up feeling bad for her, and now she's going to try to kill us later in the game, because that's the kind of game this is. Sometimes, when I'm hurt, it helps to walk and clear my head. Sayori, she doesn't need to. You know what? I'm going to do that. It'll spare me from having to look at your faces right now. She's just a spoiled sport. That's the kind of thing, like, it's one thing if you're kind of a little abrasive or whatever, but she's not. She's, like, meaningfully mean and rude to people and confrontational, and we don't like that in anybody, let alone a potential romantic whatchamacallit, which we aren't really big on anyway, so, Snatches up her own poem and storms out. On her way out, she crumples it and throws it in the trash. Well, that's a shame. She didn't need to do that. Yuri has her chin buried in her hands while she stares down blankly at her desk. I gingerly approach her and sit in an adjacent chair. Oh, everything alright? So embarrassed. I can't believe I acted like that. You probably hate me now. We don't hate anybody. Well, that's not true. We don't hate any of these girls. No, Yuri. How could anyone have gotten frustrated after being treated like... Anyone not have gotten frustrated? You handled it as well as anyone could. I don't think any less of you. Well, alright, I believe you. Thanks, PhilosoShy, you're too kind. I'm thankful to have you as part of this club now. It's nothing. One more thing. One thing that Natsuki said about, you know, I would never do anything so shameful. Oh, okay, we do not have a packing... Maybe we have a packing conspiracy on our hand. We don't know. We'll see. Leave it in the comments section, guys. Do you think that Yuri is secretly packing to impress the new dude in school? Or do you think it's just an idle rumor Natsuki made up? Do we have a packing conspiracy going on here? You know, is she wearing push-ups and pads? So, what thing did Natsuki say? Never mind that. I'm gonna make some tea. Good idea. Make enough for more than one person, okay? Yeah. Okay, everybody, it's just about time for us to leave. How did you all feel about sharing poems? We think Natsuki hated it, and everybody else is pretty okay with it. I'd say it was worth it. It was alright. Well, mostly. PhilosoShy, how about you? Yeah, sure. We shared some poems. Neat thing to talk about, everybody. Awesome. In that case, we'll do the same thing tomorrow, and maybe you learned something from your friends too, so your poems will turn out even better. Nice. We think we're still just gonna go, like, the middle road, if at all possible. Although, Yuri is clearly best girl. Did learn a little bit about the poems everyone likes. With any luck, that means I can do at least do a better job impressing those I want to impress. I nodded myself with newfound determination. PhilosoShy, ready to walk home? Sure, let's go. Nice. Sayori beams at us. Truly has been a while since Sayori and I have spent this much time together. Can't really say I'm not enjoying it either. She's girl next door. She's a solid choice if you ask us. You know, if people like Sayori, great. That's solid, you know. Sayori, about what happened earlier? What do you mean? You know, between Yuri and Natsuki, does that kind of thing happen often? No. That's really the first time I've seen them fight like that. I promise they're both wonderful people. You don't hate them, do you? No. We don't hate them. That's fine. We just wanted your opinion is all. We can see why they make good friends with you. Phew. You know, PhilosoShy, it's nice that I get to spend time with you in the club. But I think seeing you get along with everyone else is what makes me happiest. And I think everyone really likes you too. That's... Every day is going to be so much fun until the murdering starts. It looks like Sayori still hasn't caught on to the kind of situation I'm in. Sure, being friends with everyone is nice, but does it really need to stop there? Well, we mean, in many video games, no. In this one, yes, because then it turns into psychological horror at some point, we assume. Well, just have to see what the future holds, Sayori. I pat Sayori on the shoulders. That said, I said that to myself more than to her, but it's easy to use Sayori as an internal monologue sometimes. Okay, let's do this. Yeah, Sayori apparently is the not... Oh, okay, here we're doing this again. Well, we like anime, and Natsuki likes anime. Okay, so we have score 1 for Natsuki. We're gonna have score 1, so 1-1. 1-1. Yeah, okay, so we're 3 and 1 on each. So Natsuki likes ribbon, so back to that. Yuri, okay. And Sayori likes sad stuff, apparently. So, alright, so we're 2 and 2 and 2. So, Natsuki... We just saw bittersweet, but maybe that was different. Okay, so now we gotta get it up with, Yuri. Okay, so we're 3-3-3 now, and... yeah, okay, so we're on number 10. Sayori likes grief. Philosophy is good. Yeah, we're gonna do philosophy, and then we need to do... Oh, that's not good. No! No, we're accidentally screwing up. Okay, so... One moment. Okay, Yuri we know will like entropy. And infallible. So now we want to please Natsuki for like 3. We don't know if what's specifically cute. Hair. Okay, hair is cute. Parfait is cute. And playground is cute. Alright. So we think from here on out we've evened them out. We're pretty sure we've evened them out. So we're gonna go with misfortune, which Sayori likes. And then we're gonna go with secretive, which Yuri likes. Alright, so we're pretty sure we've mostly-ish evened them out. Feel free to call us, you know, count them and put it in the comments or whatever. Call us on it. Another day passes, it's time for club meeting already. I've gotten a little more comfortable over here over the past couple of days. Entering the club room, the usual scene greets me. Hi, PhilosoShy, Sayori says. Yo, Sayori. Looks like you're in a good mood today. I'm just still not used to you being in the club, that's all. I see. Well, that's a pretty simple thing to get you in a good mood. But I guess it's always the simple things with you anyway. Speaking of which, I'm kinda hungry. Will you come with me and buy a snack? No, thanks. That's not like you at all. I have my reasons. Why don't we take a look at your purse, Sayori? Why that all of a sudden? Oh yeah, that's the reason. Okay. No reason, really. I just wanted to look at your purse, you know, to see if you had any money. Fumbles with latch. 2 smaller coins. I knew it. I can see right through you, Sayori. That's not fair. How did you even know? It's simple. If you had enough money in the first place, you would have bought a snack before coming to the club room. So either you're not hungry and wanted an excuse to take a walk, or you plan to conveniently forget that you spent all of your money so that I would lend you some. But there's one more thing. You're always hungry, and so that only leaves one option. I give up. Don't make me feel guilty. If you feel guilty, that means you deserve to feel guilty. Yuri suddenly giggles. Didn't notice she was listening in. Her face is in her book as always. I wasn't listening or anything. Yeah, you were. It's cool. It's just something in my book. Yuri, tell PhilosoShy to let me borrow some money. Don't get me involved like that. Besides, you should only buy what you can responsibly afford. It's true. Don't go into debt, people. Just don't. Just don't do it. Just never go into debt. That's it. That's a secret to life. Just don't let yourself go into debt under any circumstances. Don't buy shit that you can't afford. We get one. This is a psychological horror game, so whatever. Don't buy stuff you can't afford. Don't go out of your way to make dangerous business opportunities. Like, just don't go into debt. You know, only spend what you already have. And frankly, after pulling a mischievous little stunt like that, your suffering is fair enough retribution. I didn't mean that. I got too absorbed in my book. Yeah, okay. I really like when you speak your mind, Yuri. It doesn't happen much, but it's a fun side of you. There's no way you could think that. You were right, though. I did something bad, now I have to pardon. Accept the revolution. Retribution. That! Still coming from you, Sayuri. I guess there's a little devil inside us all, isn't there? Don't let her fool you. Sayori knows exactly what she's doing. After all, she told you guys she was bringing me to the club before she even told me. It's true. But you wouldn't have come if it weren't for the cupcakes. So I had to trick Natsuki into making the... She's not helping her case at all. Give me more credit than that, Sayori. Yeah! Out of nowhere, something smacks Sayori in the face and she tumbles onto the desk. It's Natsuki. A cookie? Sure enough, a giant cookie wrapped in plastic. Is this a miracle? It's because I paid my restitution. Retribution. Actually, that one almost worked. Natsuki. I was just gonna give it to you, but then I heard you blab about the cupcakes. I was totally worth seeing your reaction, though. Nice, right? We're like, you're just getting in trouble, Sayori. That's nice of you. I'm so happy. Sayori hugs the cookie. Jeez, just eat it. Rapidly tears open the wrapper and takes a big bite. So good. Oof. Clasp her hands over her mouth. I bit my tongue. Yeah, well, you shouldn't do that. You're going through a lot over just one cookie. Natsuki takes a bite of her own cookie. Yours looks really good, too. Can I try it? No. But your beggars gave you juice, but yours is chocolate. Yeah, why do you think I gave you that one? Fine. Still, I'm really happy that you shared this one with me. Sayori gets out of her seat and goes behind Natsuki and then wraps her arms around her. Ah, jeez, I get it. Cookie still in hand, Natsuki reaches up to nudge Sayori off of her. Takes a bite out of Natsuki's cookie. Hey, did you seriously? It was part of the plan. Trots away to safety. Yuri and I laugh as well. Jeez, you're such a kid sometimes. Monica, can you tell Sayori? Eh? Natsuki glances around. Monica is just gone. Where's Monica anyway? Good question. Have any of you heard about her being late today? Not me. Yeah, I haven't heard either. Huh. That's a bit unusual. I hope she's okay. Of course she's okay. She's probably just had something to do. She's pretty popular after all. She's jealous. You can see the jealous expression there. That's what that is. You don't think she has a... Oh, I wouldn't be surprised. She's probably more desirable than all of us combined. Well, women. Yuri's our favorite, so we're, even with Monica in the picture. Excuse me? Suddenly doors swing open. Sorry, I'm super sorry. Ah, there you are. Didn't mean to be late. I hope you guys weren't worried or anything. Eh? Monica chose the club over her boyfriend after all. You're so strong-willed. Boyfriend? What on earth are you talking about? Monica quizzically glances at me. Ah, never mind that. What held you up anyway? Ah, well, my last period was study hall. To be honest, I kind of lost track of time. That makes no sense, though. You would have heard the bell ring at least. I must not have heard it since I was practicing piano. Piano? I wasn't aware you played music. Oh, okay, got it. So not only is she, like, student class president, or student president, but also, like, ultra academic and ultra athletic and ultra talented and ultra righty, but also plays the piano. And clearly she was setting up to kill all of us or whatever. I kind of just started recently. I've always wanted to learn piano. That's so cool. You should play something for us, Monica. Monica looks at me. Maybe once I get a little bit better, I will. You know, when you play the Ballad of Death or whatever, you know, in 3 episodes. Yay, that sounds cool. I'd also look forward to it. Is that so? In that case, I won't let you down. Oh, wow. Oh, us personally? Well, I mean, what about the rest of the club? Smiles sweetly. I didn't mean any pressure or anything like that. Don't worry, I've been practicing a whole lot recently, and I really love the chance to share once I'm ready. I see. In that case, best of luck. Thanks. So, I didn't miss anything, did I? No, not really. I choose to leave Sayori's mischief escapade. I'm sure Natsuki will end up complaining to her anyway. Looks like everyone has already settled down. Sayori somehow already finished her entire cookie. Yuri is back to her book, and Natsuki disappeared into the closet. Okay. I'm really curious to talk to Yuri a bit more, but at the same time I will feel bad from distracting her from reading. I catch a glimpse of the cover of her book. Looks like the same book she lent to me. More than that, she seems to be on the first few pages. Crap. She looked. She notices looking at her, she sneaks another glance at me. Our eyes met for a split second. Oh. That only makes her hide her face just so shy. Noodly, even. Sorry, I was just spacing out. I mutter, sensing I made her uncomfortable. Oh, it's fine. If I was focused, then I probably wouldn't have noticed in the first place. But I'm just rereading a bit of this, so... That's a book you gave me, right? Mm-hmm. I wanted to reread some of it. Not for any particular reason. Just curious, how come you have 2 copies of the same book? Ah, well, I stopped at the bookstore yesterday, and that's not what I meant. I mean, I just happened to buy 2 of them. Really? She's definitely been the secret girl. I'll definitely start reading it soon. I'm glad to hear. Once it starts to pick up, you might have a hard time putting it down. It's a very engaging and relatable story. Is that so? Well, what's it about? Well, closes the eyes and scans her eyes over the back. The book is titled Portrait of Markov. There's an ominous-looking eye symbol on the front cover. Alright, I just wanted to make sure I don't accidentally give anything away. Basically, it's about a girl in high school who moves in with her long-lost younger sister, but as soon as she does so, her life gets really strange. She gets targeted by these people who escaped from a human experiment prison, and while her life is in danger, she needs to desperately choose who to trust. No matter what she does, she ends up destroying most of her relationships, and her life starts falling apart. That's kinda dark. Yuri made it sound like it was going to be a nice story, so the dark turn came from nowhere. Yuri gently giggles all of a sudden. Are you not a fan of that sort of thing? No, it's not that. We can definitely enjoy those sorts of stories, so don't worry. I hope so. Yeah, I totally forgot that Yuri is into these dark, horrific terror stories. She's so shy and reclusive on the outside, but her mind seems to be completely different. She's the crazy one. It's the quiet ones, guys. It's just those kind of stories, they challenge you to look at life from a strange new perspective when horrible things happen, not just because someone wants to be evil, but because they have their own goals or their own philosophy that they believe in. Then suddenly, when you thought you related to the protagonist, they're made out to be the naive one for letting their one-sided morals interfere with the villain's plans. I'm rambling, aren't I? Not again. I'm sorry. Don't apologize! I haven't lost interest or anything. Well, I guess it's alright then. I feel like I should let you know I have this problem. When I let things like books and writings fill my thoughts, I kind of forget to pay attention to other people. So I'm sorry if I ended up saying something strange. We do the same, don't worry, girlfriend. And please stop me if I start talking too much. I really don't think you need to worry. It just means you're passionate about reading. Least I can do is listen. This is a literature club after all. Well, that's true. In fact, I might as well get started reading it, right? You don't have to. Oh, what are you saying? Just a moment ago you said you were looking forward to it. Look at her. Noodly. Let me just get the book. Quickly retrieve the book that I had put in my bag. Alright, it's fine if I sit here, right? Ugh. Sorry guys, it's early morning. I slip into the seat next to Yuri's. Yeah, are you sure? You seem a little apprehensive. I'm sorry. It's not that I don't want you to, it's just something I'm not very used to, that is, reading in company with someone. I see. Well, just tell me if I end up distracting you or anything. Alright. I open the book and start the prologue. I soon understand what Yuri means about reading in company. It's as if I can feel her presence over my shoulder as I read. It's not a particularly bad thing, maybe a little distracting, but the feeling is somewhat comforting. Yuri is in the corner of my eye. I realize that she's not actually looking at her own book. I glance over. She's reading from my book instead. Sorry, I was just... Yuri, you really apologize a lot, don't you? I do. I don't really mean to. Sorry. I mean... Here, this should work, right? I slide my desk until it's up against Yuri's, then hold my book more between the two of us. I suppose so. Timidly closes her own copy. Once we lean in a little bit, our shoulders are almost touching. It feels like my left arm is in the way, so instead I use my right hand to hold the book open. Guess it makes it kind of difficult to turn the page. Here. Ooh, oh nice, a full CG. Cool. Yuri takes her left arm and holds the left side of the book between her thumb and her forefinger. I do the same with my right arm, the right side of the book. That way, I turn a page and Yuri slides it under her thumb after it flips to her side. But in holding it like this, we're huddled even closer together than before. Oh my, it's actually kind of distracting me, as if I can feel the warmth of Yuri's face and she's in the corner of my vision. Are you ready? To turn the page. Oh, sorry, I think I got a bit distracted for a second. I glance over at Yuri's face and our eyes meet. I don't know how I'll be able to keep up with her. That's okay. You're not as used to reading, right? I don't mind being patient if it takes a bit longer. It's probably the least I can do, since you've been so patient with me. Yeah. Oh, smiley face. Good stuff. Thanks. We continue reading. Yuri no longer asks me if I'm ready to turn the page. Instead, I just assume she finishes the page before me, so I turn it by my own volition. We continue the first chapter in silence. Even so, turning each page almost feels like an intimate exchange. My thumb gently letting go of the page, letting it flutter over to her side as she catches it under her own thumb. Hey, Yuri, this might be a silly thought, but the main character kind of reminds me of you a little bit. You think so? How does she? Well, I guess she's more blunt in a lot of ways, but she also second-guesses a lot all the things she says and does. Like she's afraid she'll do something wrong. It's not like I can see into your head or anything, but they're kind of reminiscent of some of your mannerisms. I see. She remained silent for a moment. But PhilosoShy, that's probably a terrible thing to have in common with her. It's so embarrassing that you think that. Wait, we didn't mean that in a bad way or anything. Sorry, we really didn't know you were self-conscious about that sort of thing. I guess I more meant that it's kind of cute. Oh, instant turnaround. Yeah, and the compliment wins the day. What are you saying all of a sudden? Okay, everyone. I think it's about time we share poems with each other. Oh, jeez. We might not have enough time if we wait too long. Yuri exhales, spared from her finishing thought. Is that alright, Yuri? You look kinda down. I'm sorry if you haven't been looking forward to this. It's fine. Yuri releases her hand from the book, causing it to close on top of my thumb. Alright, I guess I'll do some more reading tonight. Or if you prefer, I only read it with you. I guess I don't have too much of a preference either way. In that case, I'll read a little more tonight. It'll be more fun to read with you after it picks up a bit, you know? That's a good reasoning. In that case, feel free to finish the first 2 chapters in your own time. Alright, I stand up, make a mental note of where I left off in the book, and slip it back into my bag. And now we're going to end this particular one. We'll see the review for all of the lovely poems next time. Thank you guys so much for coming. If you like Doki Doki, if you liked what you saw here, if you like our silly reading, please make sure to like, subscribe, and do all of those other lovely things that help support the channel that we love to see. Head on down to the description and check out our Patreon. Maybe pledge just $1 a month, not only to support this channel and Patreon, of course, but also to support everywhere else that we do our work, like how we do our fiction on World Anvil. Thank you guys so much. Stay safe, stay inside, save lives, and remember, of course, the Black Lives Matter. Bye!